Welcome to my channel, Classless Techie. My name is Peter Sack and I'll be taking you through network architecture. Network architecture in a layman's view is just about how devices on a network they behave, the responsibilities, and then how files or resources within them are being shared and being accessed. And in this video, we're looking at the peer-to-peer network architecture and the client-server architecture. So, peer-to-peer architecture. In a peer-to-peer network, tasks are allocated to every device on the network. Furthermore, there is no rare hierarchy in this network. All computers are considered equal and all have the same abilities to use the resources available on this network. Instead of having a central server which would act as the shared drive, each computer that's connected to this network would act as the server for the files stored on it. In a peer-to-peer architecture, all devices on the network can access and then request for resources on this network. So there is no dedicated computer that will be hosting the resources and then be providing them or making them available for the clients on this particular peer-to-peer. So every device on the network will be acting like a server to the files or resources it's having on, and then be making it accessible to other devices on this network. So if this device is having a resource, a device somewhere here or here can make a request, and this device have to make it accessible to the devices on the network. So any of the devices on the peer-to-peer network can make a request for a resource and then can provide a resource. Advantages of a peer-to-peer network. It does not require a dedicated server, which means it's less costly. There is no need for a dedicated server, so you will not be spending more money purchasing the server. If one computer stops working, the other computers connected to the network will continue working. If a computer on the peer-to-peer network is down, the other computers or devices on the network will still perform their duties and will be functioning. Installation and setup is quite painless because of the built-in support in modern operating systems. And installing and setting up the peer-to-peer network, there have been some built-in support in modern operating systems and making it so easy to do the installation and then setting up the peer-to-peer network. Let's look at the disadvantages of a peer-to-peer network. Security and data backups are to be done to each individual computer. Because there is no particular device or computer that is hosting the resources that is to be shared, whenever you want to do a backup, you need to do for all the devices or the computers on the network. 2. As the number of computers increases on a peer-to-peer network, performance, security, and access becomes a major headache. Because they are not accessing the resources from a particular computer or a server, when there is a number of devices or computers on a network, the performance of the network and the security aspect becomes a headache. Let's move on to the client-server architecture. It is an architecture of a computer network in which many clients, that is remote processors, request and receive services from a centralized server, that is the host computer. In a client-server network, a centralized, really powerful computer server acts as a hub in which other computers or workstations can connect to. This server is the heart of the system, which manages and provides resources to any client that requests them. So, in the client-server architecture, the client on this network can make a request for resources from the server, and then the server will host the resources that are to be shared on the network, and it will make it available to the client that make a request for it. So there's a dedicated powerful computer that is hosting the resources, that is serving as a server for the network, and other computers that make access or request for the resources are the client computers. Resources and security are controlled through the server. Because the server is the only computer that is having the resources that is to be shared, whenever you want to control the resources, you control it through the server. Not restricted to a small number of computers. Because the computers are making requests for the resources from a powerful computer that is serving as the server, it is not, this network architecture is not restricting to a small number of computers. Server can be accessed anywhere across multiple platforms. Wherever you are on this network, you can access the server from wherever you are. Disadvantages of a client-server network can become very costly due to the need of a server as well as networking devices. When you compare the client-server network to the peer-to-peer network, the client-server network is very costly because there will be a need for a dedicated server, which is a powerful computer to host the resources that are to be shared. Point 2. If and when the server goes down, the entire network will be affected. Because all the resources that are to be shared on the network are being hosted on the server computer. When the server is down, the entire network is down. There will be a technical staff needed to maintain and ensure network functions efficiently. So there will be a cost to cater for the technical staff. This video is about network architecture, and we've looked at peer-to-peer network architecture and the client-server architecture. So subscribe to this channel for more of these educative videos. In our next video, we'll be looking at the mode of data transmission. Thank you.